Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in, well, what is a best of 3 series between Happy and Sonic. If you guys did not check out game number 1, well, that was absolutely an amazing game, going back and forth, and we'll see what is going to be going on here as we are now in game number 2. We see Sonic spawning as the yellow night elf on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, we have Happy spawning as the red Undead. Undead versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup, and Happy trying to do everything to not allow a game number 3 as we are going into, well, some early creeping. Warden going to be the hero of choice this time around, and the Warden is an interesting hero choice in this matchup, as the Warden is going to be very strong at shutting down ghouls. We saw very heavy reliance and usage of ghouls by Happy in game number 1, but that may not be the case here in game number 2. We'll see if he transitions his strategy or if he continues to produce more ghouls. You can take a look at that. He's on 4 ghouls right now, and he is now wandering up with his Death Knight. As soon as he sees the Warden, I am expecting a drastic shift and a change in his particular strategy. All right, Death Knight now wandering back across over here. We do not see a graveyard as of yet. Meanwhile, ghouls are attempting to take down the Forest Troll Trappers here as the Death Knight is in a bit of a run. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest able to escape. A double ensnare onto those units there, as we'll see a lone archer going after a Forest Troll Trapper. Death Knight still in a bit of a run here. What is going to be happening? Low hit point units as the Death Knight going to perhaps go after the Ice Troll here. All right, well, what's happening? The Skeletal Minion is now coming back across. It looks as though we are going to see, well, who's going to get that item? I believe it was the Death Knight. Death Knight, I believe, got the item as the Warden now tries to back off once more. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, the Troll Shadow Priest and the Archer really not doing as much damage as needed in order to get that Warden to level 2. Now, the Warden is an extremely strong hero, but she scales much better than she is early on in the game. That Warden, her abilities become more and more deadly over time, and we'll have to just wait and see if we will be seeing level 3 Shadow Strike or level 3 Phantom Knives. Both of those particular strategies do spell certain doom and gloom for a Death Knight, as we are looking now at the Nerubian Tower. Going to get in some easy cold damage here. Warden may just try and Staff of Teleportation out of a bad spot, taking free damage right now. Not quite sure what to make of this, as the Death Knight continues to get a blow-by-blow play onto that Warden. All right, Warden does have generally higher damage per attack, 23 to 43. Actually, well, about the same. I guess the Warden can almost be considered to sometimes deal double damage as opposed to the low end. Death Knight is a little bit more even keel, as we see a Dust of Appearance, and the Warden is now, well, in a really bad run right now. Ancient of War going after the Forest Troll Trappers. Warden down to 98 hit points. Death Knight could have tried to land another Death Coil, as the Warden now is down to 109 hit points. Will be able to teleport back home and gets a Shadow Strike off onto some units. Warden now being forced to back off here. What is going to be happening? The remaining Forest Troll Trappers are extremely low hit point, as the Death Knight may get a Death Coil off onto the Warden. Beautiful use of Scroll of Town Portal to dodge that right there. But, well, the Warden just got extremely greedy. Yes, the Warden was saved, but the Warden shouldn't have been in that situation anyways. The Warden perhaps should have backed off earlier on, tried to get to level 3, finishing off these Ice Trolls after the units have backed off here, but instead the Warden burned through a Scroll of Town Portal in order to save herself, and also used all of that Moonwell. We'll see how all of this is going to unfold here. Is the Warden going to be able to get to level 3? Level 3 would help out dramatically, trying to take down all of these units. There's that Frost Armor, a little bit of extra damage. Ancient of War now slowly making its way over, as the Forest Troll Berserkers are going to get taken out. Unfortunately for the Warden and the army of Sonic, this is a lot of medium armor here, and, well, piercing damage does do reduced attack to these particular units here. Death Knight now making its rounds across as well. Death Knight sitting at level 2 will get to level 3 off of this creep camp here, finishing off the Null Assassins and the Null Warden. Null Overseer is still in position right now. Ghoul just still dancing around on the backside. Is it going to be enough to get taken down, as this low hit point Ghoul wants to make sure to not actually get finished off by this Null Overseer. Null Overseer now attacking the Skeletal Minion. Meanwhile, the Warden, is it going to come across this in time and be able to do something about it? A Shadow Strike or do something. Shadow Strikes onto the Death Knight. Death Knight, Death Coil for the save. Warden now continuing to get some more damage here. Is the Warden going to be able to finish off the Death Knight? That's a big question. There goes the animation for a Shadow Strike, but not going to be enough as the Death Knight teleports back home at 120 hit points. Death Knight healing back up with the Obsidian Statue. Lich is ready to go. Needs to get that Orb of Corruption. Meanwhile, we see an expansion attempt coming in from Sonik. And if that expansion attempt works, Sonik should be in a very good situation. Forest Troll Shadow Priest now working alongside that Panda, as the Warden is just outside of the range, hoping to get some damage onto that Death Knight. But the Death Knight correctly and smartly moves back home. Ancient of War going to be in that front position. Drunken Haze already in that front position as well, as you see a bit of missing already going on. Shockwave goes down as the Ogre Lord no longer has that Drunken Haze. Natural magic resistance right there, thereby having that Drunken Haze last not nearly as long, as the Panda will finish off well and pick up a Wand of the Wind. Panda already at 152 experience. Meanwhile, Warden is just hoping to get some more Shadow Strikes off, pick off some more units. That would be very, very helpful right now. But the Warden instead gets Frost Nova Death Coiled and Death Coiled down. I do not believe Sonik was expecting that at all. And that just pretty much came out of nowhere. 8 through that unit, and right now, well, Sonik is in a lot of trouble. Panda sitting at level 2. Warden slowly getting resurrected. Sonik probably on tilt now, extremely unhappy with how he is playing and the outcome of this game. Meanwhile, Archer is going to go ahead and continue to finish off these Nightcrawlers. I believe he got in an attack there. No Breath of Fire, though. But this downtime, not getting experience on your primary hero, is going to be absolutely devastating, as the Death Knight is getting closer to 4 and the Lich comfortably getting closer to 3 as well. Will the economic advantage mean as much? We are sitting at 350 gold. You can see the Entangled Gold Mine, Wisp waiting to get inside. Just now, we need to get over 400 gold into the gold mine, or at least 40 seconds of mining, perhaps even 60 seconds of mining to 120 to really make it worth it. Dark Ranger is now out, and Happy, if he's able to press now before the economic advantage really takes hold, should have no problem whatsoever. Dark Ranger just spotting this location here, making sure that they are not going to get creep jacked, and without the help of the Warden just now joining in on the fight, or will just now be joining in on the fight, that Warden, that resurrection just took far, far too long. Shade keeping track off over here. You can see there is an Ancient of Wonders, Ancient of War, only 2 armor, trying to get a larger army right now, 60 over 60 compared to 47 over 50. 5 of that supply is additional workers, so it is not that big of an advantage, as the ghouls are now trying to come across. Panda is caught in the back location, unable to get the Breath of Fire, and that Panda in the back field is actually a big, big problem. All right, no Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire. What is going on? Panda perhaps hoping to be able to get to level 3 first. If he can finish off a unit or 2, that should be enough to do it, as the units are slowly getting picked off here. Dryad now needs to back off here. Level 3 now on the Lich. Breath of Fire going across. Level 3 now on the Panda. Panda, -1 armor right now, but could continue to fight back here, as we see a Death Coil Frost Nova. Panda, Staff of Preservation. Panda now needs to perhaps get a Breath of Fire across all of these units in order to stay alive. There's a Potion of Healing. There's the Breath of Fire right as the nuke is about to hit him. And I believe that is going to be it. That Warden is pretty much out of commission, trying to get back down here. going to be relatively low on hit points as the Ancient of War still wandering around. Warden back in play. Okay, looking fairly strong. We may see a reset on this push as the Death Knight now fighting back against the Warden. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability should be used. There it is. And in addition, there was a Death Pact used by the Death Knight in order to stay alive just a little bit longer. Death Knight can continue to fight here. Death Coil onto another unit as the Dark Ranger now gets to level 3. All right, Lich can easily continue to just use more and more of that Dark Ritual, try and get more mana, get more Frost Novas down onto these units, but they are just predominantly Dryads. Dryads getting in a very smart Abolish Magic onto that Skeletal Minion as Crypt Fiends are slowly reinforcing. Warden in the backfield, trying to bring in the Ogre Maulers and some more mercenaries as well. Supply count is not looking good at all for Sonik. Sonik is once again going to have a superior economy, but still end up losing unless this counterattack is effective. All right, Ogre Mauler attempting to fight back here. Abomination is in position. Slow. Warden down to 86 hit points. 87. 17 blinks away as it is just going to hide off over here. Death Knight still continuing the fight. Shade going to be keeping track of that. Ogre Mauler getting taken down. Dryad getting taken down. And Happy has this game. I can't foresee how Sonik can get back into this game whatsoever. That is a lot of Dryads, but the economic advantage will pretty much be moot in just a moment. And once that happens, the Death Knight and the Abominations may just be far too much. There's only one Crypt Fiend or two Crypt Fiends right now. Perhaps the Crypt Fiends advantage, once they are gone, that may be the saving play there, as we are looking at, well, a Lich finishing off a Dryad, finishing off another Dryad. Crypt Fiends now finally focusing down some targets, as we may see another Dryad getting taken out. 3 Dryads already down. We are now at 3 Dryads compared to 3 Crypt Fiends, as the Warden gonna get eaten alive again, and there is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 2.